awuor. Aput manogwel kod jatend piny William Ruto matayo chenro mar chulo jogo manoyudo hinyruok e kinde ng'anyo chakre 2017 ochamo muma kawuono. Kaluwore gi jakom mar apudno Makao Mutua, giketo matieko tim mar ng'anyo moganda siko ka yudo hinyruok kendo wito ngimagi wirani pen chik ma pacho ka chiwo thuolo ne oganda bago ng'anyo. Jalupne Faith Odhiambo ma bende en jatend riwruok mar okinde pacho ka owacho ni dwache maduong' en neno ni familia mosebedo ka ywago ratiro yudo ratiro makamano ne wedegi. Watudore achiel gachiel gi Efi Nyakidi mondo ketwa e ler.
Efficacy of the criminal justice system and responding to state-sanctioned infractions and the role of government, the public and civil society in ensuring holistic justice for all victims. My endless encounter with Kenyans who have suffered in the hands of law enforcers remind me of how much more is yet to be done to reform our nation. Every conversation with inconsolable family members of victims who paid the ultimate price has probed whether a country can claim conscience when it harms its own people and leaves victims to fend for dear self in their unyielding hope that a system that has never appeared to put them first will somehow serve their interests. The tale of forgotten victims languishing in untold pain while holding on to the perpetual illusionary hope can no longer be the Kenyan story. I take up this responsibility and let it be known that I have in no way betrayed your trust. Let it be clear that access to criminal justice remains critical to me. In our quest to promote and protect the rule of law as an essential element in the enjoyment of the fundamental human rights and freedoms. Faith Odhiambo will not let you down. The bloodshed of our comrades must not be in vain. And no, I will not take any prisoners. I will instead keep you informed of the developments, and at no point shall I act to negate the gains that we have made together as a country. I have today chosen a bold but unpopular step. Some of my colleagues in the legal profession and also in the public have reached out to me voicing their fears and reservations. I've heard your cries and listened to your concerns. In the same vein, I have heard the cries of victims' families like Mama Angeline Okindo in Bondo, the pain shared by Jonah Kariuki, Mama Gillian Munyao, and many other parents whose sons and daughters have fallen in the hands of Kenya police officers. As we keep arguing on what faith should decline or accept, Joseph Olo Abanja and Lesa Achieng are still raw with emotions, while the judicial system drags its feet on the case against Kenya police officers who killed their baby, Pendo, during a brutal midnight operation in Nyalenda, Kisumu. On Monday this week, Corporal Frederick Okapesi told the court that he altered entries of firearms issued to police officers deployed during the Gen Z-led protests in Nairobi on 18th June 2024. Unfortunately, the existing legal and institutional framework does not adequately address the legitimate public concerns that arise from such historic crises. Victims are instead subjected to a fully prosecution-led process that is dependent on a conclusive criminal cycle, which has proven too slow, unreliable, and averse to the needs and circumstances of victims. Today, the case of Rex Masai is still pending in an inquiry before we can know even whether it will go into a full hearing. And these are some of the cases that the Law Society has taken and will continue to discharge our duties at the Law Society of Kenya to represent various victims and their families and those who need help. My phone will remain open to each and every one of you. The panel of experts that I joined today bears both the duty and opportunity to spearhead a revolutionary shift in victim reparations. Never again shall Kenyans be killed by trigger-hungry officers for expressing their rights on the streets. The unprecedented structure and scope of mandate of this panel gives room for a victim-led, accountability-centered approach towards realizing holistic justice for victims. Let us serve the nation diligently, fellow panelists. We must discharge our duties as voices of justice, reparation, reforms, and non-recurrence. In this exercise, my service will be solely to the people of Kenya. There is no Kenya that belongs exclusively to politicians or their children. Neither does it belong to broad-based government, nor a country of cousins. We only have one nation that we must protect. the Republic of Kenya. We must rise to the occasion as a people, do whatever it takes to reinvent Kenya's victim reparations framework into a model that prioritizes the needs, rights, and interests of victims. Such a process does not belong to the members of this panel. It belongs to the victims and the common mwananchi. Our duty is merely to steer it, facilitate it, and formalize it, to ensure that the process is fully transparent and ensures both accountability and reparations. My focus shall be on the following deliverable milestones: to memorialize victims and publication of their identities in honors of their memories and contributions, identification of unreported victims and verification of reported cases, recommendations to facilitate and expedite criminal prosecution of perpetrators and civil litigation by and on behalf of victims, proposals and recommendations on necessary and urgent legislative and policy reforms to regularize victim reparation processes. It's my solemn patriotic duty to ensure that my contributions to this panel shall acknowledge the voices of those who have suffered while protecting victims and their dependents from being silenced, to the perpetrators of such heinous crimes, and to your masters. In Genesis 9, chapter 9, verse 6, whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed, for God made man in his own image.